Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator and the Rove. We're doing the upper northeast Adriatic countries bush trip, leg 4 from Zadar Airport near Zadar to Castella. Let's go. Our programs are ready to go. We've done all of the checklist this time and I know what went wrong. I talked about yesterday, it was like the battery ran out, and when I'm thinking about it later, yeah, we've got alternators that, yeah, I didn't have the alternators turned on, so the batteries weren't getting refreshed. From the engine, oh my god, it's so windy. I'm getting absolutely blown away here. All right, let's go into the air. That's probably better. We want a 56 degrees. All right, sorry for that. I had to pause it, pause break, get into the cockpit and fix the GPS so that we're on the right leg. 56 degrees for 4 minutes 11. It's an absolute debacle around here. We want the Zrmanja River. Lift off at Zadar Airport and set a course to the northeast. Gain a visual on Novigrad Lake, sometimes called the Novigrad Sea, the larger and northern of two lakes in the distance. Fly past the town of Novigrad on the lake's southern shore, then sight the Zrmanja River where it empties into the eastern periphery of Novigrad Lake. There we go, that's the Zrmanja River there. As you can see, we're having issues with the textures as well. Everything is just low res. It's like it's not connected to anything. But that's just how it be sometimes, I guess. We're just going to have to deal with it. This is what it looks like when it's not doing live textures and stuff. Kind of, well, it's pretty cool, but, you know, harks back to ancient flight simulator versions. 92 degrees for 3 minute 25. Krupa. Turn east and follow the course of the Zrmanja River. Pass over the town of Obrovac and then sight the confluence of the Zrmanja River and the Krupa River. This region is exemplary of karst topography where water from rivers erodes limestone bedrock. The plateaus and deep canyons in this part of the Dinaric Alps are some of the finest examples of karst topography in the world. Here we go. We now want a 115 degrees for 5 minutes and 56 of the seconds. On our way to Kirka. Just course slightly to the south over the confluence of Zrmanja and Krupa rivers. Follow the general course of the Zrmanja River to the southeast, staying to its north. Sight and fly past Cocoa Peak, 17 feet above sea level, and then pass over the Zrmanja just north of the village of Mokropolje, near where the river changes course. Parallel motorway D1 remaining to its south and sight the intersection of D1 and the D59. Continue on course over the intersection to the Kirka River. The Kirka River, which flows through a wonderland of karst topography, is renowned for the numerous waterfalls found along its course. Alright, here we go. Now we want a 212. Heading right. For 6 minutes. Now way to Skradin. Turn onto a southwest course over the Kirka River and follow its course towards the Adriatic Sea. This leg of the flight passes over Kirka National Park, home to hundreds of plant and animal species and over a dozen fish species, some endemic to the region. Pass over the northern part of Lake Visovako and then sight Skradin, a town located where the Kirka River meets Lake Proklijan. which is connected to the Adriatic Sea via Šibenik harbour. Skraden is renowned for a series of nearby waterfalls on the Krka River. Good stuff. Right, and with everything suddenly loading back in, or whatever the hell's going on, it's looking a little bit better. We want 190 degrees for 147. Šibenik. Set a course to the south-southwest, passing just to the east of the eastern periphery of Lake Lijan. Gain a visual on Šibenik harbour and the town of Šibenik on its eastern shore. Located in the heart of the Dalmatian Coast, Šibenik is one of the most picturesque cities in Croatia, as it lies nestled between the Adriatic Sea and the Dinaric Alps amid a series of bays and channels. Here we go, 163 for what am I saying, for 5 minutes 12 seconds. This Šibenik is very picturesque. Just look at it, what an amazing spot. And we're off to presumably another amazing spot. It's all amazing, surely. Cape Planka. From Šibenik, turn on a southeast course and follow the coastline along the Adriatic Sea. Fly past a small group of mountainous islands, then pass over the coastal village of Premosten. Cross the opening of Rogozinica Bay and gain a visual on Razanj Peninsula. Fly over a series of small coves and points of land to reach Cape Planka, the Razanj Peninsula's southernmost point. Cape Planka is one of the most geographically significant locations on the Adriatic Sea. The small, rocky point of land marks the juncture, both physically and climatologically, of the North and South Adriatic. Powerful currents and weather patterns often meet at the Cape, giving rise to some of the largest waves found throughout the Mediterranean region. Planka is also called Cape Diomedes after the Greek mythological hero. Good stuff. Now it's helm to 108 for 2 minutes 38 seconds. We're off to Drvenik Velai. Turn onto a southeast heading at Cape Planka and traverse the Adriatic waters just off the rugged mountainous coastline. Pass just to the north of the island of Drvenik Mali to reach the island of Drvenik Velai. Here we are. This is a Drvenik Velai in front of us. It's time to turn. 48 degrees for 3 minutes of 14 seconds. Split Airport. Turn to the northeast at Drvenik Velai and pass over the western arm of Siovo Island. Gain a visual of Split Airport and then land at the facility, bringing this leg of the journey along the Adriatic to an end. That is assuming we can get our gear down. Let's find out. Alright programs, we look at this very cool photogrammetry port here. That's awesome. We come into land and we're about to find out, will our gear go down? Yes they will. It makes all the difference when you have the alternator turned on. We're recharging the batteries, which I did not yesterday, which explains why I had to belly dive and crash into some trees. No one saw nothing. It says Split Airport, but this doesn't seem to be Split. Seems to be a town called, I don't know, a bunch of towns here, but I thought Split, well, Split's in Croatia somewhere, right? If this is Split Airport, we're near Split, but it doesn't seem that we are. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Does it really matter? It doesn't. We're landing here anyway. Gonna see what hospitality they have. Grab a beer, a wine, whatever we want to grab. Some olive oil. Who knows? Whatever they make around here, we'll partake of it. Assuming we land first, obviously. You know, there's that. Gotta get that out of the way. So, yeah, a bit of a weird one today with the textures not loading in and whatnot. Who knows? I checked everything. It was all on... Usually it'll say that you lose online connectivity, but wasn't saying anything like that. It was telling me there were other people in the air. So, yeah, just had a conniption. Let's get landed and not worry about it, I suppose. If it happens again, it happens again. Look at that. That's surely vineyards, wine fields, whatever you call them. Float our way in. Calm down, plane. Calm down. We're landing. We're not stalling. We're landing. Alright. Hope you didn't like your spine. It's now in 60 pieces. Virtually, though, so everything is cool. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir, goodbye.